Alright, YouTube, Mike here. I just picked up my Ruger Gunsite Scout Rifle, chambered in .308, and I'm going to do a little review on it right now. There was been a lot of small controversies about this rifle as far as the action, the magazine, a couple weird noises it makes, and I'm going to try to clear some of that up for everybody right now. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube. I found a little bit of information from here, a little bit of information from here, and it's kind of hard to get it all in one video. So hopefully this will figure it all out for you. Any questions you might have with your own gun. Just to show you straight off, the gun is empty. Okay, the action is empty. So first thing I'm going to go over here is the action. Now, nothing fancy to the review on this gun, and one of his biggest complaints was about the action, about how clumsy the action felt to him. A couple other people say they kind of have the same problem. At the same time, there have been a lot of people that have claimed that theirs is completely fine. Now, this is pretty much out of the box. I actually have not even fired this gun yet. So this is, right out of the box, no wearing, nothing. Right away I noticed that you do have to watch how you cycle the action. Not in a bad way. I noticed that if you try to lift up on the bolt at all while you're pushing it in, it doesn't want to go in. At the same time, you just put a little bit of pressure down, it cycles absolutely like butter every single time. It's so light, it just falls out. So it's very nice action, I feel. It's like it's on bearing. But you do have to keep a little bit of pressure down. At least on my gun you do. Like I said, if you lift up, it doesn't want to go anywhere. You push down, it cycles smooth every single time. Now, as far as the design of the rifle, I love the Scout design. I'm not going to be using a Scout setup on it. I am going to be getting the full top Picatinny using a conventional high-powered scope. I just wanted the shorter gun for hunting in Alaska and Canada. It's a little bit thicker up there. It's kind of nice to have a good bush rifle. Now, as far as the trigger goes, very nice trigger, I found. I think it's about 3.5, 4 pounds. No creep, no over travel, very crisp. I like the three-position safety. Obviously, all the way forward, you can fire the gun. One step back, you can still cycle the gun, remove a bullet, but you cannot fire. All the way back, it locks the whole action. You can't even lift the bolt. I think that's great. But there is no excuse for not having a gun lock or a gun safe. Obviously, you can see what's been going on in the news lately. It's making gun ownership a lot harder. People like us that are actually responsible with firearms, and make sure that you educate yourself as well as anybody around you about guns that you have, and make sure everybody knows what the consequences are if you don't. Now, the muzzle brake. I am from Connecticut. I'm not sure what the rules are around the rest of the country, but in Connecticut, if you have a semi-automatic rifle, the muzzle brake or any muzzle attachment, whether it be flashlight or muzzle brake, even if you have a tack stamp for a silencer, everything has to be pinned, okay? As well as the buttstock on an AR-style rifle has to be pinned in Connecticut. It's the post-ban regulation. Now, this being a bolt-action rifle, obviously it's not classable stock, but the muzzle brake is not pinned. You can unscrew it. It's a 5/8 by 24 thread pattern, and it's regular twist. Okay, it's not reverse twist. This flash hider makes one hell of a pinging noise when you shoot it. Now, you're not going to be able to hear this, but if you flick that, if you have a Gunsite rifle and you flick that, you will know what I'm talking about. It's very annoying. So that might be one of the things that you might want to change on your gun. Lastly, these accurate mags that come with it are some of the nicest, heaviest duty mags I have ever used. Okay. Now, one big drawback: if you're a reloader, this is not the magazine for you. Simply because the spring tension is so high that it's going to scratch the hell out of all your brass cases. So, I personally don't like it because it takes forever to load. A lot of spring tension, and it's not an anti-tilt follower. Now, if you notice these feed lips, are very far forward on the magazine itself. So when loading rounds, the first round goes in nice and easy. The second round, you have to push down in the front of the first round, and pushes the other round up and actually out the back of the magazine. So that creates a lot of headaches. It is not an anti-tilt follower, as you see in AR-style rifles. I did order a couple of the new Ruger polymags, which I've heard have had a lot of initial problems. Hopefully I get one that was redesigned. And I just got some 5 rounds. But good news about the polymags, you can top load, like with an AR-15. You can pop them right in the top. Secondly, with the new polymags, you can put the magazine inside your rifle, and you can load from the top, just like this, okay? And I guess the next best thing is you can't do it while the magazine's in the gun, but you can use stripper clips to load your 5-round magazines, 10-round magazines with the polymags. I think that's a great advantage. Definitely going to cut down some time and frustration for you. So, lastly, as far as ammo choice with this rifle, a lot of people don't like cheap ammo, especially Brown Bear. It's poly-coated steel shell ammunition. The old poly coating was a lower temperature poly coating. The new Brown Bear ammo that's being made is a higher temp polymer, so it should have less effect on your barrel. But not as good for semi-automatic rifles, from what I've heard from other reviews and stuff, simply because the fast feeding and stuff, the polymer coating tends to not be the best. But as far as this bolt gun, my gun loves cheap ammo. This Brown Bear, I got 20 rounds for about $9, and that's what I'd like to be spending at the range, not $25, $30 for a box of Winchesters. And so basically this gun is a great gun to take out on the weekend and shoot for nice and cheap. So hopefully I get some comments on this. Maybe I'll even get a comment from Nothing Fancy. That'd be kind of nice. Nothing against Accurate Mag. These are great mags. These are pretty much indestructible. Some of the heaviest duty mags I've ever seen. Just not quite as convenient as they could be. I'd like to see some top feeding or maybe an anti-tilt follower. A simple anti-tilt follower would go miles on this magazine, and maybe just trimming the seed lips back a little bit. And as far as the action, Nothing Fancy for watching this. I don't know what your shooting style is. This works for me. Maybe you've just got a flaw with the gun. Put a little pressure down on that bolt. It's like butter every single time. So I can't wait to get some feedback from you guys. And hopefully if you have this gun, you enjoy it as much as I do. So take care, YouTube.